Hello everyone, my name is Artem Medvedev and you're listening to News and Views on Leduc Radio. I'd like to start with a brief reminder that the Southwest Edmonton NDP AGMs are this Thursday, October 6th at 7 p.m. at Southminster Steinhauer United Church. October 6th, 7 p.m. Also, I wanted to congratulate the Manitoba NDP on winning the fourth consecutive majority government and wish the Social Democrats in Manitoba further success in their work. I would say the best quote of the week comes from Conservative MP Chris Alexander, a parliamentary secretary to the Minister of National Defense. In an interview on live TV, MP Alexander said that there is, quote, room for improvement, end of quote, when it comes to government Challenger jet use. So apparently, the conservative approach is first you waste millions of dollars on something and then you start looking for improvements. And this question of where are our taxpayer dollars going is of course unavoidable in politics. It's brought up all the time during election campaigns. And there is an easy answer to that question from Foreign Affairs Minister John Baird. Apparently, he didn't like his government cards that were given to him when he assumed office, so he ordered new gold-embossed cards with the Canada logo and the French language deleted. First of all, that's of course confirmation that he doesn't represent the government of Canada but represents the Harper government, so probably there will be a Harper logo coming up in the next edition of the cards. But what else should we expect to come in terms of wasting the taxpayer dollars? So should we expect diamond necktie pins, platinum door handles, what it is going to be the next time they tell the Canadians to tighten their belts and loosen their purse strings? And this is really interesting in terms of how much the media likes to show the extravagant lifestyles of, for example, Saddam Hussein or Muammar Gaddafi with gold-plated bathrooms and door handles and things like that. At the same time, here in Canada, we have a foreign affairs minister who doesn't respect Canada's bilingual policies and who doesn't want to be associated with Canada's government and who wants to have golden cards at a time of economic recession and huge unemployment in the country. The big news in Alberta, of course, this week is the new Premier, Alison Redford. And I'm personally very cautious about Redford because right now there are all sorts of comments about her, and one of the least helpful comments is from Redford herself. Right after being elected the new leader of the PCs here in Alberta, she said that Alberta voted for change, so that 37,000 members of her party voted for change of some sort. And since there has been a lot of speculation that she will give money back to education and health care. But the big question is, wasn't Redford a member of the Stelmach team that had made those cuts to education and healthcare in the first place? You know, this is really interesting that many people tend to forget that or now say that, oh, let's not hold her in the past, let's look at what she does in the future. Of course, let's look at what she does in the future, but we shouldn't forget what party she is coming from and how she voted in the past. And this really reminds of some practices in unstable democratic systems where, for example, a government would bring up the prices artificially right before an election, and then the campaign would be to restore the old prices after the election. Another example that I recall is a candidate in a small town going and smashing out all the lights in the street and then promising to people living in that street to restore all the lights after the election if he wins, and to combat gang violence that had smashed those lights in the first place. So once again, hoping to see you at the AGMs on October 6th, and let's keep our eyes open on what Alison Redford does and on what new gold-plated stationery John Baird buys in the next week. You are listening to News and Views on Leduc Radio. My name is Artem Medvedev. Thank you for listening and have a great day.